to Storybreakers Episode 4. I am once again joined by the entire Dicebreaker team. We will introduce all their characters again from right to left, starting once again with Liv Kennedy.
Hello, it's me. I'm playing Iris Walker, who is a tiefling rogue / none of your business.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm a photojournalist for the team, and I like doing sick flips.
Is that canon?
Next to Liv / Iris, we have Maddie Cullen.
I'll roll you an acrobatics check right now.
I would love to see.
It's a 10.
That'll do.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Maddie. I am playing Winona Thandra Whisperbane, also known as Winona. She is an elf and she is a ranger and she has a pet drake.
Woo.
Oh, I thought it was a worm.
His name's Worm.
His name is Worm.
Heading on over to the other side of the table, it's Alex Meehan.
Hello, I'm Alex Meehan. I play Caryaries West. She is a half-elf bard, and she dreams of becoming a news anchor.
Don't we all? And last but certainly not least, it's our veteran, Matt Jarvis.
In so many ways. Hello, I'm Matt. I am playing Hunter Burrows, who is a Tortle Paladin. He's old and tired, as am I. That's what you meant by veteran, isn't it, Wheels?
And I am your Dungeon Master, Michael Wheels Whelan. Let's do a quick catch-up. Liv, do you want to fill us in on what happened on the last episode?
It's been a month.
We've had scheduling issues.
Probably two.
Yeah, just gonna throw it out there. If we've slightly misremembered
I'll try and
things,
jump
don't
in
worry
if I
about
can
it.
help.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we went to have a press conference with Maxwell Morgan, and who had a very slightly pushy, like PA, or like person who assists them. That's a PA.
A personal assistant, if you will.
Yeah. So basically, Maxwell Morgan wasn't allowed to say much about what's going on in the town, but we have a sneaking suspicion that he knows more than he is actually giving off. We also, before that, we met Winona's parents and hung out at Winona's house, and they're very cool. And also Caryaries was there because she's staying with Winona at the moment. And she had a bunch of nightmares about her mum. It was very upsetting.
Family trauma.
But they seemed to be getting along better, and they had another sweet moment. We bumped into Mayor Riso again, who has been the mayor for the last 4 elections because nobody can be bothered to run against him. And basically Maxwell Morgan's been doing more research than he's giving off on the stuff going on in Ragrump. He's got bits and giblets. This is what I have written down.
we all wrote bits and giblets.
He uncovered the fact that the last time he was here, he was looking at and dealing with a monster that he described as unbeknownst to science, or he was like, oh, no one has ever seen something like this, so don't worry about it. He described it as having bits and giblets.
Fantastic. Iris and Hunter stayed up all night trying to do research on like the ley lines to see if there was a logical reason for the earthquakes that are going on in the town. We went to have a look into those. We went to the library. Iris was the only one that could sneak through to get there. I swear she's sneaky. And got there and almost fell into a big hole because there was a big earthquake in the town hall. But she's fine. And it's all fine.
And no supernatural entities were involved.
No, not at all. Also, Winona's off having a powwow with Maxwell Morgan, I think.
Yeah, you had a little one-to-one time and did something a little bit naughty with
I
it.
stole something from my hero.
Oh my god.
Some paths we can never walk back from.
Yeah. Speaking of Winona, we're actually going to open today's episode with just you.
Oh my god.
Just you and your good pal, Maxwell Morgan.
There it is.
Now, he is currently watching you fire arrows at a target. And you, like, his teaching has been genuinely quite helpful, and you've found a bit of form that you didn't know you had in you. In fact, can you please write down that you can gain advantage on your next skill check using your bow? He looks over your shoulder and he's like, Yeah, now you're getting the hang of it there, Winona. You see, I knew you had the makings of a hero in you.
Wow, thanks, Maxwell. Yeah, I've been using this bow for ages, but this is like the best. You know, normally like I don't have a proper target. I'm just going like at trees, but now I've got like a bullseye, and you showed me how to hit it, and it's all. That's amazing.
Please ignore all the things falling down behind me, Winona. Now,
I didn't even notice.
Did you say you don't have a target?
No, I just like go out into the woods and just find trees. Sometimes I like scratch on with crayon a target.
We can fix that. He starts snapping his fingers, and like Jeremy comes over. He's like, Jeremy, can we get this girl a target that she can take on? Yeah, we got plenty. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry. Jeremy will sort you out. Oh, you got your balloon as well?
Yeah, I got my balloon. Thank you.
Excellent. Now, Winona, look, about last night. Obviously, there was a lot of confusion in the room, and
Yeah.
you know, as my favorite little adventurer and my favorite journalist, I wanted to just clear things up with you.
Yeah.
So I've spoken to Jeremy about the official position of the Heroes and Adventurers Guild when it comes to that monstrous creature that we spoke about.
Yes.
I'm gonna need you to keep that under wraps.
So, just quiet about the monster.
Yeah, it's not public information.
Yeah.
See it as sort of under embargo, if you will.
Right? Yeah, because you like adventures have got to protect people. If you say there's a monster,
Exactly.
everyone will start getting really scared. And
The
it's
last
yeah.
thing we need, Winona, is public panic. It makes our
Yeah.
jobs harder, and it makes people less safe.
Of course, that makes so much sense. No, I totally understand that.
So if you can just let all your other journalist friends know not to publish that in any papers, that'd be
Okay.
a great help.
Yeah, I'll let them know that. Yeah, I'll let them know.
Fantastic. Winona, I see something special in you. In fact, perhaps you should have another chat with your parents about, you know, a future career in the Hero and Adventurers Guild. I'd even be willing to give you my personal recommendation.
Really?
Here, I got one more little present for you. That's from me.
The signed Maxwell Morgan poster.
Okay, all right. The volume. Let's just keep the volume down a little bit, Winona. That's. So I know you get excited. He sort of like he eye twitched a little bit as he was hearing that. Now look, let's just keep this whole thing between us. Oh, don't you look adorable with all your gear? Let's just keep all of this between us, okay? You know, we don't want to cast any sort of doubt on you know, we don't want people to think that you're a subject of favoritism or anything like that, you know?
No, of course. That makes so much sense. No.
People might be quite jealous if they heard that we were spending so much
Yeah.
time together.
Yeah, that's so fair. I'd be so jealous if it was literally anyone else with me.
So-
I would probably cry forever.
If anyone asks, we didn't have this conversation.
Okay.
But just make sure, and I'll just say this again, just make sure nobody publishes anything in any papers about a monster, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Winona, it has been fantastic hanging out with you. Oh, it's getting late. You got work to get to, ain't you?
Oh, okay. No, I can't be late for like my third day or something. Okay. Yeah, this has been incredible. Thank you so much. I keep all of our secrets. This is our special little secret that we have.
Okay, Winona, what, you take a breath now. Okay, all right. No, you get your little keister out there and you get
Okay.
to work, okay? It's lovely seeing you. Jeremy, do you mind seeing this young girl out? Okay, all right. All right, bye-bye now.
Okay,
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Jeremy just sort of like stands next to you and is just like, come on.
I'm going.
Yeah, just through the door, please. He
Bye.
opens the door for you.
Bye, Jeremy. Have a good day.
Yeah, okay, bye.
Bye. Bye.
So you leave the little house, the little cottage that's on the side of the town hall that Maxwell's been staying in. Can you roll a perception check for me, please? Don't worry about a stealth roll. You failed that one.
Perception.
Disgrace.
Does she perceive? That is a 13.
You notice some rustling in a tree next to you.
I pull my bow out and like put it towards the thing in the tree.
Iris, can you roll a stealth check, please?
Oh, that's good actually. 22.
You can't see anything in the tree.
I was told I'm not allowed to fire my bow in public anymore. I probably shouldn't just do a warning shot. I've got a bow. If you're dangerous, I'll get you. If you're a squirrel, I'm sorry. I promise I won't hurt you.
Are you aiming the bow at the tree?
Yeah.
Oh, as you hear the pulling of the twine, like it's aimed pretty close to where you are.
I'm a squirrel. No. Okay. I flip out of the tree.
Roll me acrobatics. Let's see these sick flips.
14.
You sort of flip out of the tree.
I was slightly panicked because of the bow.
Oh, Iris.
Hey.
What were you doing in the tree? Did you hear the rustling in there?
Yeah, I did. Somebody might be in there, actually. I think,
You were checking it out?
yeah.
It wasn't you doing the rustling, was it?
Yeah, it was me doing the rustling. I was in there. Yeah, I was in there. I was just hanging out.
Are you jealous because I got a private invite to Max on Morgan's? I'm really sorry. I don't want to make people jealous, but this is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Oh, okay. No, I've never been a big Maxwell fan myself.
There are like so many adventurers. I get that, you know.
Yeah.
He's obviously the coolest one, but like not everyone's into like cool things.
Winona, can you roll insight, please?
Ooh.
That is a 21.
Not only can you tell that Iris is lying, I don't know if she likes Maxwell Morgan. That's but as she's talking, you see like the branch that she was stood on has like a really good view through the window of the Maxwell's house.
So yeah, no, it's never really been like my kind of thing. But it's cool that we happened to like bump into each other while I was like doing my morning calisthenics in the tree. I just did a spit take on nothing.
Morning calisthenics in the tree.
Yeah.
There are a lot of trees in town. Why did you come to pick this one?
It's a good tree, don't you think? And then I started knocking it. Ooh, that's a good tree. That's good.
It's weirdly hollow sounding.
Oh, there might be something going on with this tree, actually.
might be a bit rotten.
Oh, okay.
It's a great tree.
Great, super good, very good tree.
Okay. We're colleagues and stuff, right? And we all tell the truth to each other, so there's no reason to... Just funny that we bumped into each other.
I wasn't spying on you, but I was spying, I guess you could say.
You are a Maxwell Morgan superfan and you are jealous. I understand, Iris.
I cannot have that going around. No, okay. Okay. I'm gonna like pull Winona like over like out of earshot of like anyone who could possibly behind the bushes. Come into the tree. Get in the tree.
Okay.
We're both scrambling up the tree.
It's just a normal place that people talk.
This is where we hang out.
This is a great tree.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Branch snaps off. Okay, so I wanted to find out a little bit more about the things that have been going on, and I thought that Maxwell Morgan knew more than he was letting on, and I was kind of curious about the whole like monster thing that he was talking about.
Oh yeah, look. He just doesn't want to worry people, which is why he didn't want to talk much about it. And he even said maybe we shouldn't put it in the paper because people just get really worried, and that's probably not good. He made it very clear that we shouldn't put that in the paper just because people get
because he wants to stop
people get super worried.
People knowing the truth. Sure, yeah, wants to police the truth. Got it.
No, it's more like he just he's been an adventurer for so long and he's done so many things. And he's probably just like. He gets how people get, but if you heard a monster, everyone would be running around like looting stuff because like that's what I do. So I assume that's what everyone else would do.
Right? Are you going to do that?
No, because we're fine. Maxwell said it's fine.
Okay. I don't know about that, but if you could, you're good at keeping secrets, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes no, but sometimes yes.
Okay. Well,
Kind of depends what the secret is, honestly. So maybe just
if you could just, if you could maybe like file it away under like monster stuff. It's the stuff that you keep secret, and
Yes.
then I'll tell you about this monster thing.
okay.
Cool. So I came here, because I had been on the trail of some monstery goings on. And I found it. I found something, Winona, and she starts getting really conspiratorial. You can see like something like wild in her eyes. I found something, Winona. I found something, and people don't believe me, but I know I found something. And the ONC couldn't ONC it. That was a pun, but also it's really serious. I took a picture of it. It didn't show up in the picture, and so people thought I was kind of losing my mind. But I wasn't, and I'm not. I'm not losing my mind. There was a monster, and I've tracked it here, and I know there's something going on. But apparently, chasing after cryptids is not something that is respected in the journalistic field. So that's why I'm kind of here.
You saw a real life monster.
Yeah, I totally I saw it.
What did it look like?
It was like you know, like you know.
What, like, was it like...
It was kind of
like
shadowy.
green or blue or like purple or
Like,
pink or yellow or
I
like a combination of all of them, like a brown?
like it probably was like some kind of like rainbow brown monster or something.
Rainbow brown.
Yeah, right?
Rainbow brown. It went like this.
Yeah. It sounds really bad because I don't...
I gotta get this down.
Okay, yeah. It sounds really bad because like I was more focused on kind of like getting a picture of it than I wasn't actually like kind of looking at it. So that's my fault. And next time I will actually look at a thing before taking a picture of it, which I know I'm bad at.
Did you get anything in the picture? Can I see it?
Did I get anything in my pictures?
It's basically a blur. It's black and white as well, so.
I like take out my wallet, which has like a photo of it.
Flip out.
Yeah.
Here's my kids.
It's just different photos of blurry blobs, just like So like here you can see it kind of moving around, doing its thing. And then over here it's doing some monstery stuff, kind of. And then over there, I assume it's kind of plotting.
Right.
Yeah, they all just look like sort of black smudges.
Yeah, plotting for it's doing something probably bad, maybe good. We don't know its intentions, but that's what I intend to find out.
Does Iris wear a watch?
Sure.
As you sort of like looking at your wallet, you see the time. You're like, oh god, we are so late for work.
Okay, so by the way, if you could like keep this to yourself, but also now that you know, you could maybe like help me out.
We could be joint monster hunters.
Yes! Yep.
I've just got so good at my bow this morning, and
I did see
I've
that.
been...
Yeah, it was really cool. It was really good. It was really good.
And we could find it. I mean, obviously you haven't got much to go on, but like I have, you know, some sketches of things that I've seen in the forest. Mainly when I think a tree just looks like it has a face. Oh. But it
that
might
could be
linked.
something.
It could be linked.
Something.
We just
like,
don't know.
It could like morph into a tree we do not know, and that's why we need to do more research.
Okay.
Maybe. So yeah.
So who can I not tell and who can I tell? Because this is kind of the coolest thing. I already thought this was the best day of my life earlier, but now this is even better. Kind of building on it, and I kind of want to share that because I'm really excited.
Cool. I would love it if you told no one. No people. Not.
I've been asked a lot of today.
Not Hunter. Definitely not Caryaries. None of the people at work.
It's a secret monster mission. No, that's even cooler. It's fine. I don't need to tell anyone.
Okay, cool.
We're on the same page.
Because like, what if it's to do with all of the disappearances going on? And I just think I think it's important. So, but we have to go. We have to go.
Okay,
like, right
I'm
now.
already. Yeah, I was already late when we came up. Okay.
You stop rushing. You're like you're just running across town in the car to the office where Hunter and Caryaries are basically just sort of like sat around waiting for something to happen. you're maybe perusing the papers that Iris managed to nick from the town hall.
Oh, I'm doing anything to avoid conversation.
Yeah.
I'm just making eye contact with anything that isn't the other living people in the room.
Carrie, there's such an uncomfortable silence. You're fidgeting almost like, why is no one talking?
Caryaries has got she's making coffee, and she's got the cafetiere thing that's got plasters on it.
Yeah, to hide the cracks. Yeah,
Gross.
brown stained plasters.
She's got the mug, and you can hear it's bang tinking against the mug.
Are you trying not to
her
make
hands
noise?
are shaking, and she's going. And she's going. Keep it together. Everything's fine.
Hunter, can you roll a Constitution saving?
Yes, when I remember how to roll things on here again.
Roll.
I can at least miss the dice tray I have. Constitution. Oh, that's a 14.
You've noticed the tinkling and the humming. It has been getting. Pardon me. It has been getting on your nerves. You haven't said anything yet.
How long has it been going on? I feel like he would.
About an hour.
Yeah, that feels like how long Hunter would tolerate it by just kind of not wanting to interact at all. Just acknowledging it, but then just continuing to read something else. At this point, he's probably read about 4 different reports or books or whatever's around. Eventually, he's just gives in to the idea that there's going to be some interaction here. Nervous.
What? Oh, Hunter!
Full
Got
stop.
you there. No, nervous. Nervous? No. Why? Whatever would give you that impression. I'm just making coffee. Did you want a coffee?
How many times has Caryaries made coffee during this last hour? Is this the 4th or the 5th time?
This is the 5th time. I think some of the jitters are the caffeine.
Yeah. For the 5th time, thank you, but no. It's turtles and coffee. Don't mix.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that.
That's his attempt at a joke for it. It's it wasn't delivered as such, but it was slightly warmer than his tone before.
I didn't know that turtles had a problem with coffee. I'm very sorry. Yeah, I'll just carry on doing my thing.
At this point, these two burst through the door.
Hey!
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, hello. Good morning. How are you? Oh.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Hi.
Hi.
Hunter and I have been working.
It's been conversational.
Immediate insight check.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it has been. It's only 12. 12.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not been conversation.
Okay.
It's been conversation of a hunter.
Yeah,
Okay.
true.
More conversation he was expecting or hoping to have.
Would you like a coffee? I can make another one. I can make as many coffees as you like.
Oh yeah, here's one here. It's very cold.
Oh, I
got a
didn't
hot
finish
one?
that one. Yeah.
You can finish that. Okay. Well, here you go.
How were you able to hold that in your mouth at all? Because I would love to maybe get a workshop.
As you're sort of clattering on, you hear a door open, and Findus Pancake walks through, looks at you all and goes, don't worry about it, and then just walks back out again.
Hunter nods approvingly, and gets back to what he was doing. Just it's something that isn't on his plate. Fantastic, great.
He then walks in again. And he's like, Nah, it's not important. It's not important. He walks back right now.
Is this like the thing where people are like, it's not important, and then they want you to actually go after them? Is that
Dave,
what-
maybe he's just really shy
You
sometimes.
might be quite shy.
Like in the
I'm not
mornings.
shy.
Well, then what did you want to say?
I don't know if it's important.
Try us.
Alright, okay. He sort of like, he shuffles back through again, and he's like, this is, stupid or whatever, but, I don't know, maybe it's newsworthy. I don't know. What's newsworthy in this town, huh? Rump the Ragger's back?
They're back.
Yeah.
I told you they wouldn't leave us. Not in the time when we need them most. They returned. Are they okay?
Yeah, well, he's a mascot, so...
They don't really
costume,
talk much.
No, not really. But, I know you guys have... and to be clear, this whole disappearances stuff, it's crap, okay? There's nothing in it. There's nothing to it. But, I know you guys were looking into it, so...
Yeah.
I may only be an intern, but I already know this is big news and this is like front page kind of stuff, so we definitely should be covering this.
It's not front page of the Sussex Star News, but,
I know what the people are interested in because I am the people and that's what they're interested in.
I pulled up the today's like installment of the news to see what the front page actually is. Go wheels, dance.
There's a big picture of a pumpkin that's been stepped on, and it says outrage as pumpkin stepped on.
Who wrote it?
You.
And this is front page news.
Well, that was an outrage. That's obviously, and there's very clear evidence of what was going. Look, the point is, okay, there's nothing ever happens in Ragrump. Okay, look, I know sometimes I can get on your keisters about things and get maybe a little bit angry. All right.
Yeah.
If anything, I'm feeling a bit angry now because I'm having to do a lot of heart-to-hearting, which is not really my style. But, the thing is, this job, there's a lot of nothing. All right? Sometimes you got to make nothing work. Back me up on this, Hunter.
You're right.
I'm sorry. I feel like I have to intersect here. I wouldn't describe earthquakes almost falling into a hole, and now the return of God knows what the hell the Rump is. I don't think
Rump the
that's...
Ragger. We covered the earthquakes. Obviously, the earthquakes was big news. That's going out in the next paper.
I don't know how you can describe that as nothing.
The thing is with the earthquakes is everyone already knows that, so it's not news because they're already feeling it, whereas some people might not know the Rump the Ragger is back, which is why I think that should be front page news because people might really need to see that.
I just think it's worth us going to talk to Rump, man.
You think we could meet Rump the Ragger?
Yeah, I don't see why not. We've got passes.
Look, he's been walking around town. Obviously, people are, I wouldn't say excited to see him, but, they are, it is an event. So, if it doesn't take too much time, you can go and maybe try and get an interview or something.
I immediately appear beside Hunter, just like, what if he disappeared and then now he's back and he knows what happens when you disappear? What?
Well, it can't be less interesting than a pumpkin. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at the newspaper like that's so sad about the pumpkin.
Thoughts and prayers. Look, just one thing. If you are going to meet Rump the Ragger, Iris, there's not going to be another incident, is there?
I don't know. That's not. That was just a rumor that kind of went.
Do you have any idea how much paperwork I had to do when you punched the town mascot?
I just thought that maybe it was. I didn't see that it was a mascot. I didn't see. I just saw something just kind of loom above me. And what was I gonna do? Knock
What
it
would
out?
be looming in Ragrump? Old ladies and town mascots
Yeah.
is pretty much a 50-50.
Well, it could be something else. It could be something else you don't know, and that's where we're going to go investigate.
Just
right now.
please don't punch any more citizens of Ragrump when I send you out to do a very basic job, okay?
I will not punch any citizens of Ragrump.
Why did you say that like it was a loophole?
No, that's a loophole.
I don't like loopholes,
I
Iris.
think we should go. We should go do some journalistic work.
Mr. Pancake, I really think I would be better suited here in the office. There's so much paperwork. And she gestures to like a pile of just papers in the corner. That needs
box
to
of
be
printer
done.
paper.
I really think I'm better suited here inside.
So you think that out of the four of you,
Yes.
we've got person who punched the person that we were interviewing,
I mean, allegedly.
person who is currently getting misty-eyed over a pumpkin, and person who physically tries not to talk at all opportunities. You think you're the person who is most well suited to stay back.
Yeah. Where it's safe inside.
Safe?
Yes.
Are you worried about something?
Worried? What would I be worried about?
Look, if you have a pumpkin, I'll make sure no one steps on it. We'll find whoever did that. Don't worry.
I really assure you, pumpkin or no pumpkin, I just think you know my capabilities, Mr. Pancake. I just think here is good for me.
Caryaries.
Yes.
Nothing bad ever happens in Ragrump. The fact that there was some kind of earthquake, whatever, I don't know. Sometimes bad things happen all over the place.
I mean, the worst thing that's ever happened to me was that time at the pool party, and we don't...
Please, I've read the reports, okay? Let's not bring that
Wait,
back
hang
up.
on, reports? That's strictly personal. I don't see why...
Well, you shouldn't have done it at a work party then.
Oh, look, there were many factors and factors.
I know, I've heard about the factors. Okay, all right, look. It's very simple.
I'm just saying that I'm not used to being in mortal peril.
Neither am I. That's why I will be staying here. And you four can go and... enough questions. You four, go and interview your mascot or whatever. I got nothing else to put in this goddamn column that I'm... Look, just get out of here, please. Please. He's like physically turning red.
Fine, I'll interview this dreadful mascot, whatever that rump it is, okay?
Fine. That's exactly what I asked you to do.
Grabs-
He slams the door.
Grabs a bag, walks out like that, slams the door the other, and
He
you can hear
opens the
it
door
click.
and don't come back until the interview's done, and then slams the door again.
You can hear her heels clip-clopping like outside.
You guys can just hear him like grumbling in his.
Is like a beat of silence, and then I say, nobody asked her to put on the mermaid costume at the pool party, so.
Why do you know about the pool party?
I just feel like she knows stuff.
Iris absolutely goes through people's files.
Sure.
You guys isn't out here just leafing through stuff.
Yeah, you two have no idea what she's talking about.
Yeah, we go.
I guess we should probably follow her. Why did you punch him?
Allegedly punched him. I don't think that it wasn't. I didn't actually.
You didn't punch him.
No, I didn't
Yeah,
actually.
because why would someone punch the most joyous being of all? That wouldn't make any sense.
It wouldn't make any sense. I mean, unless somebody thought that they were in danger, then you would probably,
But you would never think that around.
I mean, like, if Rump the Rager came up to you and was like, I'm gonna eat you, like, would you not?
I'm like, ha, good one, Rump the Rager.
Okay.
You always know how to pull my leg.
Right. Well, I'm new, so I didn't know that.
You'll learn. I think maybe sometimes the humor is, well, they don't really speak, so the humor is hard to get across. You just gotta just really squint your eyes and really focus on on the vibes, and then sometimes it's enjoyable.
Slapstick is an underappreciated version of comedy,
Well, I guess I'll try again when we go meet him now.
I think you're gonna have a great time.
I'm gonna love it.
Hunter, you ready to roll?
Yeah. Iris, you'll enjoy the vibes.
Yeah, Hunter gets it.
I'll
You
try
get
the
it.
vibes.
Yep. Let's go.
I will be well behaved.
Caryaries is standing outside.
Yeah, you're
arms
like
crossed,
tapping.
That's fine. I mean, who cares what happens to honest people? Just trying to fulfill whatever foolish dreams they might have. Come on then.
All right.
You all saunter off. On the way, you hear like a few people whispering, like, "Oh no, I thought he was gone for good, but yeah, I guess he's back." It's the talk of the town. Somehow more the talk of the town than the earthquakes.
As it should be.
Oh my god.
And then you finally overhear someone say, "Oh, what did you think about the earthquakes last night?" And then an old lady goes, "Well, they were horrible. It made me late to see Rump the Ragger." At which point, oh, and there he is! They sort of like, they go like this with like a nice happy grin, and as you turn the corner, you see Rump the Ragger. This is your first time seeing Rump the Ragger. Caryaries, he is in a costume that's seen better days. There are like a few stains on it. He's kind of a squirrel, or at least that's what they were going for. You know, squirrels are pretty common around here, so they were like, "Oh, a squirrel, that was a good town mascot." It's one of Mayor Risso's proudest accomplishments. Was introducing Rump the Ragger, based on the firm history that Ragrump has as a town that made rags at some point. Can you roll a Constitution saving throw?
This is not to vom again.
10.
He makes you feel very uneasy.
Oh, I don't. Maybe I can convince him that I can go back to the office. I mean, I could bring him as a donut. He might enjoy that.
At which point, Rump the Ragger's head sort of cocks around and makes eyes at you. And he starts doing a big friendly wave. There's like a small kid who's like, "Yay, Rump the Ragger!"
Yay, Rump the Ragger!
He sort of
Winona.
points at you and goes,
Oh, I don't. What Winona?
Yeah.
You seem to enjoy this creature.
He's so good.
What is the? Why does it look like that?
Oh, because of the long history of making rags, so they had to incorporate rags into the costume. Because obviously, like, a squirrel doesn't have rags, but they had to put some rags in, you know?
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I'm not an expert on children's entertainment.
Oh, Rump the Rag is for everybody. I'm just like, surely you can see that looking at it.
I mean, I've got to be entirely honest with you, and I really don't want to, hurt your feelings, but this thing, if I just don't know how children can enjoy such a, it looks a little disturbing to me, personally.
Yeah, look at that thing.
as
Look
you're
at its beady eyes.
as you're talking, Rump the Ragger is coming over to
Oh,
you, looking very
no.
jovial and waving his arms around.
it's
And
coming
he's doing big waves.
I turn around.
Iris, Rump the Ragger looks at you for a second, and then does like two big thumbs up and goes to give you a hug.
Hey.
Hug, Iris!
Hey. I look around like over the shoulder of Rump the Ragger at everyone else like, what is happening?
Gives you one of those like waving hugs, and he pats you on the back, and he's like,
do you know me?
Mm-mm.
Should he know me?
Mm-hmm.
Look at the others.
I
Maybe if you get a hug, you'd feel better.
I really don't think that. It's very busy. I mean, look how many people. I'm sure there are others who
I
would...
think everyone should get a hug.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He goes to Winona and gives her a big hug,
Yay.
and then goes to Caryaries. Just letting it happen.
She just stands there like this.
Oh, something fell off of it and onto you.
Yeah, one of his rags just sort of lands on you.
Oh.
It's really oily. He puts his arms around you and you get a big waft of what he smells like. It's not great.
Thank you. That's enough. That's enough of a. That's more than enough of a hug.
And then he goes to Hunter for a hug.
Hunter would, like, as this thing comes in for a hug, Hunter just turns so that his shell is in the way to deflect with the shell.
Just on the shell like this,
And
like
retracts his limbs and head slightly into the shell just to minimise surface area for hugging.
He's just like, okay, and then just pats the shell and then backs off.
Are we meant to interview this thing? Is that what Findus said?
Yeah, somehow. I don't understand the logistics,
No.
but yeah.
It doesn't talk.
No.
Iris, you seem familiar.
Ooh.
When
Yeah.
Rump the Ragger's famous dad.
when I hugged, Worm climbed onto Rump the Ragger and is like just like on top in all the pictures. Like,
Worm's on him.
yeah.
Ooh.
He's like, does his famous dab, sees Worm and is like, and just trying to like.
Oh! I like run and grab Worm. I'm like, oh.
I'm taking pictures of all of that.
No. Oh,
Oh, you scared?
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the worm, but but I feel like that's a little bit of a
Overreaction.
reaction. Nah.
Why don't you like the worm?
Can you roll history for me?
Yeah, I can try. 15.
When you were punching Rump the Ragger,
I remember it like it was
Good day.
yesterday.
he was doing like a wooden creature thing where he's like, oh, look at all these cute things, and he would let them crawl over
Like a
him.
petting zoo.
Yeah, but so why is he freaked out by them now? It's weird.
Okay. To the others. He does not remember the punching. He doesn't like woodland creatures now.
As you're all like whispering to each other, he's like,
Okay.
Oh, look over! Hark! Over there, a child is in need of a hug.
I look at Carrie. Does he turn around?
no.
Has it stopped trying to embrace me? Okay, I think Hunter turns back around and is like, apparently we've got an interview with you. Are you aware of this? Yeah, well, I figured. What's the word? Did Finn just give us a word count for this article?
No.
What's typical article length for this?
It's like a column on a page, you know.
Okay, 300 words.
Yeah. Ooh. I used to write for magazines.
We talking half page, quarter? How many illustrations, Wills?
What's the embargo over here? Come on.
Okay, let's get this over with, I suppose. Anybody have any questions for the thing?
Why don't we go somewhere nice and cozy, like the pub, and we can take a seat? Why not? Where you gotta be? Where? Okay, yeah, no, that's on me.
Like it's a yes or no question.
Yeah.
So this one.
Let's not drag this out.
Rump the Ragger is clearly very busy. Squirrel? Groundhog. Possum?
It's one of those things where like you don't want to be too specific because otherwise then not enough people can relate to it. So if you keep it nice and vague, then everyone can kind of feel like they get a piece of it.
Regardless, clearly very busy. We really shouldn't take up too much of their time.
Let's not waste more time on this than it deserves, which is already more.
Yes.
Rump the Ragger, are you okay? You went away?
Hunter's writing this down now. Like,
What are you writing?
the responses? Well, like Winona's question.
Positive.
Yeah, he's like, he's not waiting on ceremony. He's
Okay.
like, but while Winona's asking this question, he quickly says, "You know, you're being interviewed now. We're on the record." Okay, yeah. Don't say anything scandalous.
Everything you can and say will be held against you in the paper.
Yeah.
Do we have to say that before we interview?
No,
That
that's
couldn't
the.
hurt.
What's the equivalent of the cops?
The guard.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a guard thing. That's
Oh,
not a
okay.
journalist
Don't
thing.
worry, I won't be held
Just
against
tell
you
them they're
anyway.
being put on the record. So
While will, while everyone's talking to Rump, can I please have a look at the back of the costume so that he can't see?
Yeah,
but see if
I'd
there's
love
any...
to say some human words. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Can you roll me a stealth check?
Yep. It's 15.
That's fine. Yeah. So you as they're interviewing, you just sort of slip around and then just roll me an investigation as well.
You checking out Rump's Rump?
I do indeed.
The Ragger's Rump.
That is only
Sounds like a great
12. 12.
This costume is like how you remember it, but maybe like the dirt stains are in slightly different places. But you would assume that there's probably more than one costume, so you're not sure if there's really much to pin on that. Because obviously if one gets dirty, then they've probably got something else. It doesn't look like they often take that liberty, but but yeah.
Okay.
So
looks off. Go ahead. Sorry.
So you haven't been away? But you weren't here for like some weeks. You were here.
You know, Winona, we normally just ask, do you enjoy seeing the children having a fun time?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes. Goodbye. Bye. Thank goodness.
We've got to follow that guy.
Yeah, he's just like a sort of like jog off, like a kid goes wrong, he's like, and then just sort of run past him.
We've got to follow that guy right now.
Wait, no. What?
Right now.
I'm
I
so
don't want to
confused.
follow that thing.
Let's follow it
I'm
right
fa-
now.
I'm
Right
glad it's gone.
now. No, come on. Come on.
Please.
Shoving you slightly. Come
Oh,
on.
Well,
it touched me.
it's between this or another 5 cups of coffee, so...
Do you want to go back and drink your 5 cups of coffee, or do you want to...
No.
Yes, I do.
Don't give her the option.
No? Okay, yeah, let's go. Let's go. Run.
So you're all just sort of briskly. Are you trying to stay hidden from him, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hunter's not, but he's
Okay.
just... I think so...
Hunter.
He just moves at such a kind
Yeah.
of steady pace that he may as well
In
be
fairness,
effectively invisible.
Difficult for you to not stand out as the only turtle in town. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah. So yeah, he's sort of like jogging off, and he just sort of like looks behind his shoulder slightly and sees that you're there, and maybe speeds up a little bit.
Hunter's basically the thing in It Follows. He just moves towards his target regardless.
He'll never stop.
That's how he pursues a story, slowly but steadily.
Yeah.
Don't follow
And he
us.
always wins the race.
Yeah. Can I also speed up? I just need to
I
tail
think
this
if you're
thing.
going to try and keep pace with him, it's going to
Yeah.
be quite obvious that you're chasing him.
I don't remember this part of his act.
Yeah, it's
I'm
weird,
really
right?
confused. Yeah, I don't understand.
Stones.
Sinkhole. Keep going. Another sinkhole.
Sinkhole, pothole, toilet hole. And then, yeah, as you're running, he's literally like starting to jog now, and he looks behind him, and then he just sort of stops in his tracks, looks to his left, looks to his right, and sees an open door and dashes into it.
Go. Gotta get this thing.
You're not gonna punch me again, though, right?
Depends on what he does.
We just want to get some more
If
clarity.
you goose with me, I will punch you.
He's run into the Ragrump Museum. It's not very big.
Yeah.
Not much in it.
But it's open right now, and there's no concession, which is nice.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
Free entry.
I feel like we must have run a special on this at least, probably once a month, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's the way to pad out pages.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh, they've got a new exhibit.
Yeah.
It's another
Yeah,
rag.
exactly. Someone donated
Another
this
rump.
piece of junk to it.
They've swapped the granite for the limestone in the rock display case.
Outrage.
Yeah, you turn around the corner, you dash in, and then you see a figure in the building, and you're like, oh, that must be him. It's like, it's dark. There's all the like display cabinets have like little lights sort of like flashing on things, and the lights are dimmed overhead so that you can better see things and stuff like that. So you just sort of see like a shadowy figure running.
I guess I run after it, unless there's any reason to not run
Yeah,
after it.
I'll run as well. I think I'm just
Yeah.
following at this point.
Caryaries gets into the museum and puts her hand like against the walls.
How much exercise does Caryaries do?
Not
Not much.
He
She's
does
full
those
of
heels.
coffee.
No, she does like like loose yoga that they kind of do
like
for.
Marvelous Miss Maisel 1950s. Like we're going to
Yeah, yeah.
step up and down like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she does. Like people who go to the gym but don't actually really work out. They just go there to like sit
Hang
there.
out.
Take Instagram selfies.
Yeah, she does
Walk on the
that.
treadmill.
So she's like leaning against the wall, going, "Oh, it's all good. You go."
Hunter, what speed are you at?
Same as it was. Same as I
So
always
you
am.
two are running the fastest.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you please both roll me a dexterity saving throw?
This is supposed to be good. It's supposed to be. Oh.
That's a 21 for me.
Oh!
Wow.
That is a 9 for me.
Winona, you screech to a halt as an old man rounds the corner and goes, "Ah, visitors!" You barrel into him.
An old man!
Oh! Falls down onto the floor, and then like Winona, you desperately dash around and you've lost
get him!
Rump.
Get him!
Did Rump the Ragger come in here?
Oh, I didn't see him. Sorry, you're quite heavy. Can you get off?
I'm
please?
not even.
My frail old bones.
All right,
My frail
okay.
old bones.
All right, okay, get up.
Oh.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. It was a
Oh
mistake.
goodness! What a load of excitement!
We
Oh,
were so excited to see the
The
museum.
Ragrump local press is it? Oh, lovely to see you all. Thank you so much for visiting. Are you here for another article? Are you, Hunter?
So I've arrived at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you just sort of slowly trot in.
Am I familiar with this person, given that we cover it every?
God, you've met him so many bloody
Yeah,
times.
that's what I figured.
This is Roger, and he owns the local Ragrump museum.
Hello, Roger. No, we've got a few more weeks before it's that again. Have you seen the Rump the Ragger, the mascot?
I
thing?
saw he was back in town. Isn't
Oh
that
yeah,
exciting?
well, we're covering the news, and we're due an interview. Have you seen it around?
Oh, I don't think so. No. In fact, you're my first visitors today and this month. So I would love to give you a personal tour around all of our exhibits.
Well,
I can teach you all about the history of Ragrump.
It's a very kind offer, but no.
I think at this point, Caryaries walks over to where you lot are. She's like, "Oh, whew. I made it here."
Oh, sweetie, you look very tired.
Oh, yeah, you have no idea.
How
My
does your
good
hair
man.
still look so good even though you ran so far?
Thank you.
So looking at it like glossy and shiny still in place.
Well, my usual routine is I wash my hair 3 times. 3 times in one session.
5 minutes pass.
With a
Hair
biro.
oil. And then the mousse.
I am seething.
Well, that's fascinating, young lady.
Okay, hair oil and a mousse.
Yes. Can I offer you a boiled sweet?
Can I do an insight check to see if he really hasn't seen Rump the
Sure.
Ragger? I'll give it a go. That's good. That is 23.
No, he's got no idea what you're talking about.
Gosh,
What type of boiled sweet? Has he got it in his hand?
There are 3 colours:
Okay.
red, yellow, and green.
Oh, I'll have a red.
A red one. Oh yes, here you go.
Oh.
That's the salmon flavour. They provide them at the local factory. There's tuna if you want it, and then cod, which is a bit of a subtle flavour, but it's one of my favourites.
The cod ones are good.
Yes. Would you like one?
I'll take a cod, yeah.
There you go. It's the
probably
green
got
one.
those.
Is there like
Is
there a thing, like a vase or something that?
Yeah, there's like an
Caryaries-
antique,
Yeah.
like woman holding a pot that you just sort of
Yeah,
you can
I-
spin it in
Caryaries like,
quickly.
Delicious.
Right. Well, yeah. No, thank you. I should have put that one in a glass cabinet, but that's fine. Why is everyone in such a hurry all of a sudden? I know it's very exciting here at the Ragrump Museum, but I'm shocked to see you all rushing in.
We're looking for Rump the Ragger. We're due an interview. It's an exciting story.
He
Look
ran
forward
in
to
here. Yeah.
the next edition. Go and pick it up in your local newsagents.
Yeah, I always buy it. I always buy it because I have to check for the local press or buzz about our new exhibits, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, whilst you're here, I'm afraid I don't know anything about Rump or anything. I've not actually seen him yet today. But I have, if you'd like to see, well, basically, you remember the earthquake that happened?
Yes.
Well, I've been mapping out all of the different sinkholes that have popped up around Ragrump on our model of the village. It's very, very exciting. I'd love to show you it all.
I would love to see that because I just love
Yeah.
the model village anyway.
Yes, excellent. Well, come and join me. Yes.
It's great. It's like our village, but it's really tiny.
Run away.
Yes. Have you not seen it before?
I've not seen it, no.
Oh, you're in for a treat.
I'm very excited.
Oh, will you be joining us, you two?
For once, Roger, that sounds interesting.
Okay, wait, come over here. He sort of squirrels away. That wasn't intentional.
Okay.
Squirrels away over to the like the biggest exhibit that's in the cramped little museum. As you walk past, there's all sorts of like ceremonial rags in display cases. You see like the big posters of like the timeline of the town. As you're flicking past it, if anyone wants to have a look,
Yeah, sure. Is this where the smell is coming from?
you want to roll investigation, see if you can spot anything
Yeah,
interesting on
it's an
that.
investigation roll. I will roll it. 18.
Yeah, you see like the timeline. There's like, the town was founded as like as an industrial town right around the the boom of industry when it was first becoming a thing. People were making factories all over the place. They were making some kind of fabrics, which the off scraps people would form little communities to grab scraps and make rags out of them, which they can then sell on to other people. But as it got to sort of like maybe 50 years afterwards, the ground there just got completely just like ridden with toxic waste because no one was doing anything safe about the factory offsets. That it was just sludge, and for a long time Ragrump was just like a hovel made of mud, until it started to gradually dry out, and eventually the new factory, the canning factory that was built slightly further away, but it meant that the town could slightly get a bit more business as people got jobs and all that kind of thing. And right around then is where you see a big poster of Maxwell Morgan's arrival, and there's a bit of information on the fact that he quelled the mystery of the disappearances, and everything was fine, and he sorted everything, and he became a local hero, and eventually became a national celebrity.
Given my knowledge of the museum from having been so many times, is there anything distinctly different that I notice?
You can see that like some things have been like glued back together where they've obviously fallen over in the earthquake and stuff like that. There's like a little workstation in the corner where he's like trying to piece back 50 different shards of pot that he's like had to reassemble. And then you see as he walks over to the exhibit, he's made some kind of like markings of what's going on with all the sinkholes. He's like, look, isn't it fascinating? And you sort of study over the village. You see your office, tiny little thing. You see the town hall, and he's put like a sort of little flag wherever there's been some kind of activity. So you can see that the building breaking in half has been sort of marked with like an event with the time and the damage that was caused. You see the sinkhole in the back of Julia's garden. You see another one has formed sort of like to the southwest. So they're kind of like spotted around town. There doesn't seem to be any kind of rhyme or rhythm to them. It's very difficult to tell sort of what kind of pattern they're forming because it seems sporadic as far as you can tell. Isn't it fascinating? This is the most seismic activity we've had for perhaps hundreds of years.
So the earthquakes, they're not common.
Oh, no. There were earthquakes a time ago, but this was before this land was settled. Great creatures were all over the place, and the Heroes and Adventurers Guild slowly pushed our footing out of our small villages and allowed us to become cities with networks and transport and all sorts of things. It's all very fascinating.
Yes, cities. I remember those.
No time for this. The monsters that not that it matters. What kind of monsters were particularly around Ragrump? Do you know?
Oh, that many hundreds of years ago, I suppose there would have been all sorts. The monster population of the world has dwindled slightly as certain species have gone extinct through battles and all sorts of things. That's hero and adventurous stuff. Obviously, I'm more interested in Ragrump local history. It's much more fascinating. Rags, I tell you, they have a lot of depth. But the main takeaway here is that creatures back then were giant, horrible beasts. Over time, they've been pushed away from civilization, and now the creatures that we run into every now and again, they're small things that have been unsettled in ways. So it could have been very, very large creatures indeed at that time, but by now it's just small little things. Yes.
But the large creatures, they're not here now.
Oh, no, there hasn't been a large creature sighting in hundreds of years.
Oh, good. Oh,
yes.
good.
No, everything's fine, dear. Don't worry. Nothing bad happens in Ragrump.
Well, some bad things have been happening, but hopefully they'll calm down.
Oh, I'm sure it's all perfectly understandable and reasonable and what have you.
Oh, good. Do you have the refreshments part of the music?
I have coffee.
Oh, yes.
Oh no.
I'll have a coffee. Yeah.
Excellent.
I'll have an oat frappuccino with one squirt of hazelnut syrup, another squirt of matcha, and also I will have cream on top, please.
Mildred, could you make a cappuccino? Yeah, no, one squirt of hazelnut cream, one of matcha, and then with whipped cream on top, please. Is that about right?
Yes.
Yeah, of course, yes. My wife's a barista, so that's fine.
Oh,
Yes.
how wonderful!
She commutes to Scarby. It's just nothing. Don't worry about it.
Scarby.
Yes. The biggest city in all of Society.
Yes, I'm familiar with Scarby. Yes, I've been there.
Excellent.
Mm.
Good for you.
Oh, what does your wife do in Scarby?
A barista.
She's a barista.
Oh, she baristas in Scarby.
Yes.
Oh, which cafe?
I believe it's just a big chain.
I've been to quite a lot of them. I used to do a little series on Instagram.
What?
On Instagram.
What?
Canonizing that.
What do we want to call this?
There's no social media, I don't think.
There's no social
No,
media.
there's no internet.
So you used to just take pictures and like print them off. And
Yeah,
just,
maybe you had like a
stick them
gallery
around.
like a
system.
notice board.
There's definitely no social media in this one.
No, there's not like computers or anything like that. This is like industrial revolution kind of,
scrap
but with
that.
like magical TVs basically.
You just sent letters with pictures to various people.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to do a little newsletter on the different coffee chains I'd gotten.
Oh, a
to.
bit of a reviewer, are you?
Well,
excellent,
yes,
yes.
the different chains, they do different orders, and sometimes they do specials and things like that, and I just find this sort of thing fascinating. I could talk about it for hours.
Yes, well, you know what I find fascinating, and that's the Ragrump model. So, if I just show you a few more bits, and he's just like, he cuts off completely, and just, you've tried to make a connection, but it's just not worked.
Ooh, what is at the center of all of the places with the
Well,
marks?
like if you
with?
triangulate or something.
Yeah.
Just the centre of town, just like round about the high street. That's just where the things bustle mostly. Off like you've basically got the high street. There are a few small roads that have rural bits on, and then you've got the factory over there. There is as well. He's like, perhaps I could. Speaking of the prehistoric times and all that sort of thing, have you seen our most marvelous landmark that we have here in Ragrump? Hunter, you of course know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
The moor.
But I know about that.
Yeah,
The war.
you have been to see the moor, haven't you?
That's just piece of ground, right?
Oh, no, not at all. It surrounds Ragrump, you see. The reason that this town was chosen as a settlement way back when, hundreds of years ago, back when we were first making our steps out into the wild wastes. You see, there was this natural rock formation giant sort of spiky things that sort of surrounded the town and jutted out to the ground, and they made for a very good natural defense. And you see, and he points at the model, you could actually see as you look around, it makes a lovely little perimeter. A few of them were knocked down when the factory was built, but there are a few that are still standing today. So if you like big spiky rocks, then my word, we have you covered here at Ragrump.
Wonderful. Is my coffee coming or?
Oh yes, thank you, Mildred. He hands this giant mug, the big rounded cappuccino mugs, and it's got a logo on it that's been scratched out. Here you go.
Oh, thank you so
Mildred.
much.
Oh, it's no bother.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's the best coffee you've had since leaving.
Oh, it reminds me of home.
Do you know what it reminds me of? The local Ragrump history, which I do think you'll find is very fascinating.
Doesn't mind now. She's just drinking a coffee.
What's the oldest building in town?
Oldest building in town? Oh, probably the town hall, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay. I would love to go take a look at the mall, honestly. Is it Moore or Maw?
Maw, yes. M-A-W.
M-A-W. Okay. Cool. I would love to go there. I would love to take in the local tourism attractions of the town.
Yes, I heartily recommend it.
It's a great one.
Nice. Well.
Standing there.
So, Hunter, I know this has all been quite fascinating, but I hope you've been making notes for the next article that you write on our facilities.
Yeah, well, when it comes around, we'll write another one. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. I can't wait to read it.
I'll definitely be back. Yes, for your wonderful museum.
Yes, no, I'm so glad that you have gained a bit of local culture. I assume you're new to town. I've not seen you around.
Oh yes, I don't actually live here.
No?
No, this
Could've
is a
fooled me.
temporary stay. I live in Steadfast. Yeah.
Oh, that's 4 hours carriage ride away from here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Quite the journey to come and see the Ragrump Museum.
Oh no, I've been staying here for a few days, and I'll probably stay a bit longer. Yeah. I didn't come here to see the museum, but I've certainly enjoyed it. But I'm sure I'll be back in Steadfast soon. Yeah.
Yes, well, I hope the commute next time is a little bit better, eh? Well, sorry, I've taken up so much of your time. You must have so much investigating and things to do. Please, I won't keep you any longer. But it has been lovely having you in here. Please do come visit again. Please, please come visit again.
Every month, like always.
She finishes the last bit of the
bit of whipped cream in your nose.
Yeah. And she hands it back.
Oh, thank you. I'll tell Mildred you enjoyed it.
Yes. Okay.
All right then. Bye.
Bye. Winona and Hunter.
Yeah.
I am actually kind of curious about the landmarks in the town. It would be cool if we could take a look at some point. The Maw could be cool.
Great place. Very cool rocks.
These rocks. Are they rocks?
Yeah, super cool.
For sure rocks.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm telling you, try and chip bits off of there. It's hard.
Okay.
You're going to be struggling.
All right. And the factory maybe would be cool to take a look at. Oh, God, I'd love to see how the sausage gets made.
I don't know if you do want to see that. They took us on a school trip once. Everyone cried.
It's not a sausage factory. That's a joke.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you for clarifying. I appreciate that.
Second one today. Yeah.
That's, that might be a new record. Mark on the tally.
3.
Hunter jokes.
While you're talking about this, Caryaries walks over to your group. She's like, Well, that was thrilling. But you know, oh, look at that! So we spent so much time out here.
Are you a vampire? Are you scared of being out in the day?
No, I don't. I actually enjoy the sun very much. It gives you a vitamin D. And also, you know, a wonderful tan if you're in the right area and if you're wearing the right lotion. But no, I'm not afraid of the daytime.
It's just worth asking because it'd be like super silly if it turned out you were a vampire and we just never asked you about it. So I just thought I'd get it out there.
I'm
you
not
know?
a vampire, don't worry.
Okay. You just.
I have read fiction about vampires.
Caryaries, as you're talking, could you actually make me a perception check?
Yup. Perception. 11.
You notice out of the corner of your eye, there's like a cup of water that's just been left on the side, and you see ripples in it, and you feel the earth shake. Can you please make me a wisdom saving throw?
Me. Okay.
Yeah.
3.
You feel a panic come on.
Oh no! Oh no!
What's happening? What is happening? What?
We're all gonna be swallowed up! Oh, no! I need to go. I need to find somewhere to hide.
Okay, no.
She's like shaking, she's sweating, and then the rippling stops, and you look behind you, and Mildred was just like pushing a cart, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to."
Do you know what I've been through?
No, I haven't. I'm sorry. She just pulls it back.
Remember the coffee. Remember the coffee she made you. Remember.
I don't care about coffee anymore. I don't care about anything. I just need to get somewhere. I'm not going to die.
Hunter, as this is happening, you look out the corner of your eye, and you just like, because you've been sort of leaving the building as you're talking, look out the corner of your eye down the street, and you swear you see like a mascot's head around the corner of a building, but within a flash it's gone.
Well, looks like our friend Rump the Ragger is back. Let's form up.
Where?
I gesture out of the window towards where the mascot head was. Let's keep moving before we're dragged into another history lesson.
I really don't think I need to join you for this. I really need to sit down. I just need to collect myself. You go after this Rump the Ragger. I will go and find somewhere to collect myself. Yes?
Maybe go some of this not coffee.
Might be a good idea. Yeah. I might have had a little bit too much.
I don't think the museum can afford chairs, so...
She looks around. Does she see what the nearest building she sees?
Yeah, so the street that you're on is like, it's the back end of the high street. So you've literally just sort of like gone around the block. And there's just sort of like standard houses lining the street. And you look around and you're like, look, it's been a little while since the last earthquake. You give yourself a little bit of a breath and you're like, maybe I'm just overreacting. Like, you know, nothing bad is going to happen. It's okay. You take a deep breath and you exhale. And then the ground starts shaking. And this time, it's real.
Oh no! I told you something was happening! I told you!
It's okay. We're gonna be fine. I think we have to get under a table. I don't know where. We need to find a table.
There's loads of tables. There's tables all over the museum.
Oh, back in the museum.
Yeah.
Step aside.
Yep. Okay.
Back into the museum.
Yeah, Caryaries runs into the museum and finds a table.
Hunter, once again, you're the slowest one to get out there. And you're like, it's fine, it's just an earthquake. Like, don't worry about it. I'm not going to rush on account of an earthquake.
Yeah.
But you just sort of, you set a glancing look back at where you saw what you thought was a mascot's head. And you see that one of the buildings on the street is shaking a lot more vigorously than the others. In fact, it was the building that you swear you saw a mascot's head peek out from. And just as you're looking, the building itself starts to sink into the ground. There's dust clouds sort of spitting out, and within a flash, it just flumps down and the earth just swallows it whole.
I knew I hated that mascot for a reason.
And we will leave the 4th episode of Storybreakers there. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to find out what happens next, then join us next Friday, 6 p.m. GMT. We're going to keep on going until Christmas, in which we might have a little bit of a break. But until then, every single Friday, we will see you for another episode of Storybreakers. If you want to see more of us here on youtube.com/Dicebreaker, then please do hit the subscribe button. Click the bell icon to get notified whenever we put a new video live, and give us a like and a comment as well. You can head on over to Dicebreaker.com to see more of these two, writing some fantastic articles, as well as our lovely boy Chase and all of our fantastic contributors. And most importantly, we will see you on the next episode. But until then, have a lovely day. Goodbye. Bye.